Perfect. We are back. Session 49. Last time we met, I had very briefly during the session mentioned possible schedule changes, and if anybody other than myself watches these streams back in the future, you'll know from the first group why that is. But in this episode, I'm going to be making that same announcement towards the end. For now, Session 48 recap. Last we met, the team had just returned from a strange, dreamlike encounter. It was here where Morta made her move to take Felix for her own and begin an attack on the world so vicious that even Felix's dreams could scarcely capture its significance. Despite failing against Morta's first attack, failing during Felix's dream, and worrying deeply about the nightmare coming true, the team learned from their mistakes and defeated the menace that no longer plagued their friend the Moon Elf. Returning to the dungeon they had traveled through, the team remained united through the remaining darkness to cleanse the halls of the bandits that had once attacked and ravaged an earlier settlement of Dragon's Vale. Once the final leader had emerged, the team had once again united in a dazzling display of power and efficiency to end his reign once and for all. Hundreds of dancing blades from Hadrian, ferocious animals from Char, a stunning blast from Felix, and a display of power from Arkul so powerful it shook the halls with a thunderous echo. And yet, it was in the silence where the Brotherhood of the Mouse stood by their dragon-scaled friend as he stood over the bones of his fallen kin. It was in the cosmic greatness where Hadrian was touched and gifted with a power from beyond. It is after these events where the team returns to Nadar outside the bandit enclosure on the night of July 28th. So you guys essentially were in this dungeon. You got there very late, and as you are exiting the cavern, the physical toll it's taken on each of you is only becoming more and more apparent. You guys exit the cave, and you see Nadar is standing sort of towards the exit, waiting for you. Finally, did you do everything you needed to do?
It's done.
Good.
Their leader's done.
I expected nothing less from you, Asher. And did Oatley get what he needed from you?
Oatley didn't take anything from us. What did he need?
He didn't meet you inside?
No, it was just my companions.
He must still be investigating. He told me he wanted to talk to you about something. I let him go.
No, we didn't see him at all.
Well, it is a bit of a labyrinth in there. For all I know, he's still in there, lost. We'll probably see him by morning.
He'll be alright on his own?
Oh yes. He's very talented. He was with me for a reason.
Well, also inside in the cavern there's a large amount of bones, a lot of them dragon folk. Should probably send others in to recover those. I got what I came for.
Yes, if we don't annihilate this place in its entirety. I got a very strange sense of an uneasy power inside. I don't think we should leave it standing, but it's not ultimately up to me.
I agree, it's probably the High Lord of Justice that will make that decision. It's just to hear what he says.
More than likely. Well, if you're all ready, we could make some headway back into the forest tonight. We certainly won't get to Dragon's Vale anytime soon, but we could also rest, which I don't know if you've all looked at your cells, but you look like you could use it.
Resting would be nice.
Resting
Is
would be
not
great.
late for outlay.
He'll come out. He's very resourceful. He's probably mapping the cave or something.
I mean, we can rest here, and then if he doesn't, make sure he comes out tomorrow morning, and then we can all leave together.
Sure.
I'll cast Liamon's tiny hut.
Nice. Before we take a rest, I want to spend time to attune to the thing.
Do the thing.
Yeah, the thing. The
Periapt.
of wound closure.
Sure.
Jeez. How long does it take?
It takes an hour to attune to stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tune to that for an hour before going to sleep.
Yeah, and Nadara will he'll help you set up camp or set up what he can in Hadrian's hut there.
I'll cast mass cure wounds on everyone around me. For funsies.
Thanks, Hadrian.
You still have the slots for it after all that?
Oh, is it 5 only? Sorry. Yeah, never mind.
I thought
it stacked. My bad.
Yeah, like down stacked.
Yeah, I thought there was like a level 2 of it or something.
No,
My bad. I was scrolling and I was like, oh wait, might have to reset that.
Yeah, I think it starts at 1d8, but just multiplied.
Yeah, it starts at level 5 and it's a 3d8 one.
Yeah, so you guys see Hadrian in the corner kind of trying to muster a little bit of whatever is left of his power, and you can kind of feel it, but nothing actually manifests. Nadar comes over to you. Listen, Hadrian, you've done your part. You can rest now. It's okay.
Thank you. I'll just walk into the hut then.
Well, you can't leave the hut, I believe.
Yeah, you can go in and out.
I guess I'm already in the hut. My bad.
No, but him, because he cast it. Doesn't it dissipate if he leaves?
I don't think so. Let me see here. Hadrian.
Sorry, I'm being I'm
Don't ever do it again.
I know, that's not necessary.
It's alright. Yeah, if we had more time to worry about it, I'd worry about it. But for this particular instance, and Nandar will look at you, Asher. After you. I'll be in a moment. I'm going to secure the grounds.
Sounds good. And I'll go inside.
Sure, and then he'll wait for you to go inside, and Char, if you're still outside, he'll kind of look over at you. I wanted to talk to you for a moment, if that's all right.
Of course it is.
And he's a very big fellow. He's a dragonborn like Arkul, but he's been in the business for a long time. He has his arms folded as he's got his eyes on you. And he's never, this whole time, Char has kind of felt his glance, I guess.
Right.
Because he's really only expressed trust as a result of, Asher trusting you.
Exactly.
That's
right.
really it. There's just a few more things I wanted to ask you
Of course.
before we get back to the Vale, because Asher mentioned that he wanted to speak with the High Lord of Justice about you staying with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can throw my weight behind that just yet.
That's okay.
Well, no offense, I'm not really looking for approval. I'm more of looking for answers to questions I've wanted for a long time.
Well, we can always try our best to answer them for you.
We?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a multitude of you in your head?
Oh no, you haven't met Mal yet, and she's gonna like look in her shirt, like oh, and pull her out.
She's like, I don't want to talk to this guy.
And she's like, here.
It's sup. Ah.
Not everyone can hear her, but that's why I kind of reference we a lot, so she feels included in the decisions that are made, you know? But this is Mally.
Hello, Melly. She's like, what's up?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm more curious about your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
What was life like in these abysmal plains? Fire and napalm as far as the eye can see.
Abysmal plains?
Nary a soul you could ever trust.
Well, we've never been in any abysmal plains. We've been in the Wonderlands, but I've never been in a city of fire. That sounds pretty scary. I grew up in like a normal like house, you know, did you not grow up in a house?
Well, of course I did, but I'm not a demon.
I'm not a demon either, but I grew up in a house. Like I had a mom. I mean, you sure you have a mom?
You had a mother?
Yeah. Do you not? Is your mom? I'm sorry.
Of course I do, but I am not a demon.
I'm not either. I mean, Mally had a mom.
Oh, man, I hate to beat this nail over the head several times, but Mally's not. Did you have a father?
I'm sure out there somewhere. I never met him. He left.
I see. What was your mother like?
Oh, she was wonderful. She was very nice, but also very strict. She didn't really let me go outside a lot.
Was she a demon?
Can you describe a demon for me, please? Are they pink? She wasn't pink.
Well, no, typically they're red, actually.
She wasn't red either. That's weird.
Make a persuasion check. See how convinced he is of the story.
Meow.
I know, leave me alone. I forgot to throw him downstairs.
Persuasion is going to be a 12. Yeah, not great. I mean, she's not purposely trying to lie, but she's also not trying to be like, here's my life story because you trust me, you know?
Right. Okay, well.
I mean, I don't mean to hurt anybody if that's what you're concerned about.
It is a bit, yes. We had a very important contact in Fury Keep. Professor Velignat, and now since he has returned, that resource is now gone. He knew someone there by the name of Dr. Richmond, who studied this in great depth and detail, and all that we know is from Professor Velignat, but also as an extension from Dr. Richmond. And I suppose I'm just trying to verify what I can.
Well, I did not grow up in a fiery hellscape, I'll tell you that much.
You have no recollection whatsoever?
Of a fiery hellscape? No. I mean, there was a fire in the village, but just a single fire. It wasn't the whole village on fire. You know, it's like one of those things that happens.
Sure.
I mean, I thought it was a pretty normal village. It looks just like your guys' village, just smaller.
Perhaps I'm asking the wrong questions. How long have you been on this plane? Were you torn? Bless you.
Torn? Why would I be torn from?
Perhaps another plane. If maybe our information on these fires lands is incorrect. did you suddenly appear here, met with the gaze of strange, fleshy humanoids staring at you, wondering what you were doing here?
No, I don't remember that. I grew up. I was a kid at one point. Did demons grow up?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I was a kid.
The little information that we know is they're typically wrought from wherever it is that they come from, and they're brought here by careless spellcasters, such as the way those idiots summoned the ones in Fury Keep.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's me. I mean, my favorite things are like cheese and flowers, the night sky. I don't think demons like that stuff.
I hope not. Because
I mean, if you meet a demon who likes cheese, you send him my way, man.
I think I'd like to send them back to where they came from, if I'm being perfectly honest. They are not to be trusted. Not for an ounce.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be nice to know what cheese they like. But I agree. Especially if they're trying to hurt people. Or animals.
Yes.
I don't like that either.
They are. Very well. Well, you look exhausted. Please, if you wouldn't mind sending out Hadrian.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'll be right back. And she'll walk in and...
You don't have to.
She'll
You
look
can go to
around.
bed. Just Hadrian.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna, like, look for Hadrian. Are you just kind of, like, hanging out, Hadrian?
Yeah.
Okay, she'll be like,
I'm
Hadrian.
in the hut.
Okay, yeah, she'll walk in. Hadrian, you're wanted outside.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And,
Of course.
You pass Mally, and obviously Hadrian can't understand her, but she's like, just be cool. He just wants to see where you were last night. It's totally fine. Hadrian exits. Hadrian.
How are you? I can't imagine this feeling that you must be having right now.
I don't feel much in that regard, necessarily. I'm more proud of Asher, or Arkul as you call him for some reason. This is a...
He told me to call him that. I didn't know.
Sure. It's astounding how far he's come. It's astounding.
He is incredible.
I'm running out of reasons to distrust really any of you, and I don't know how comfortable with that I should be. For the life of me, I cannot find any reason to actually evidentially believe that the pink one that you travel with is a demon. I can't confirm anything other than by all appearances and the way that she was able to hurt me prior to entering.
Mm-hmm.
But you're an even bigger mystery to me than she is.
Sure.
You're from Fury Keep, yes?
Yes.
How could it have been that you not only saw through the falsities that they teach, but that you bet your life on it? So much so that you're willing to travel with Asher. It's beyond an anomaly.
I left as a teenager because my father had too many children. I left in my hubris because I wanted to be special and I didn't feel special with, 13 other siblings. And I met a group of friends, and one of them, well, both of them now, have been taken from me by the very same creature that has instilled many of these beliefs into the city that I'm from.
Yes, not an uncommon story from what I hear. Some fey noble, an aristocrat, perhaps.
Yeah, basically.
We hear that a lot.
It was a different place growing up. There's always been conflict between, but it's been more territorial, in my estimation. Previously to this changing of the guard politically in the city. I can tell you, this woman, she controls the university now, and is using it to do her own research, leverage her power, stand her up in government, and it's very different than when I left it. The histories that I've read between us, like I said, I feel like it's been more territorial disputes, and I mean it leaks into maybe the appearances of each other. We look different, so we don't like each other, but now it's something more.
Well, for the little that it might be worth, I applaud you for being able to see through their bullshit.
Yeah.
Very few at a Fury Keeper that even bother. I don't know how much you know about the history of us between, well, the true history between us and dragons, Fury Keep. It is a tumultuous and uncomfortable one, and they've done everything they can to undermine us at every turn. We are simply looking to be left alone. But when your existence is an affront to your, I don't know, greed, you could see how we are painted as the enemy.
Fair. If it's any consolation, I've put multiple people in multiple people's ears that we need to be changing the political scape of Fury Keep to be more friendly with Dragonsvale. I haven't been back, obviously, to talk to them, but they were quite powerful people. So hopefully they're doing good in my absence.
I hope that as well. I know that Professor Valignat returned unceremoniously.
Yeah, that's partially my doing. It was the only way to save our group from being wrongfully imprisoned. He accused 4 of the 5 of us of a crime, and he omitted Arkul's presence at the scene to protect him. Asher, excuse me. And that I used that falsehood as a way to earn the group's freedom on the whole. Basically, we were accused of attacking a student when, in fact, we did not.
And you ensured that Asher's name was on this list of guilty people.
No, his name was never on the list of guilty people. That I used his omission from the group of guilty people that Professor Valignant accused to discredit Professor Valignant. We were all present, and we all said that we did not, that no one attacked the student.
I'm more concerned with the fact that Professor Valignant was letting Asher go, and you ensured that his name was on the list with yours. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, but I digress. He was omitting him completely. Asher had to watch all of us on trial in a courtroom and testify for us without saying he was present. And we talked before the trial about me testifying that he was there as a way to discredit the only other witness besides the 5 of us.
So the reason that Professor Valignant has returned to us at all is because of you.
Yes.
I see.
He would have had the 4 of us locked away in prison for a crime we didn't commit because
He was not the judge in this
we
case.
were asking.
He was not the jury. He would have only given his
He
account.
was the accuser.
When you attacked a student?
We didn't attack the student. That's the whole point. He accused us of such.
Our kind is... I say this with as much respect as I can muster, given the information I have just learned. Our kind is not known for lying. Yours is, even in this case where he did cover for Asher. I think for now our conversation is to end.
You can talk to Asher about it. He was present, and he knows the situation.
I have other
I
things
told
to
you-
discuss with Asher, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Please get him for me, if you would.
Okay.
And he side eyes you as you walk back into the hut.
I'm not sure I would trust your friend if I were you.
He's my cousin. I trust him with my life.
I was talking to
Sorry.
him as I entered.
Oh.
I'm outside still.
Friend is a generous term. He's a work colleague for now.
Well, I would trust him less then. You don't burn evidence at the scene of a crime.
I agree.
I nod and walk in.
And then...
Arkul, your brother wants to see you. I may have caused a bit of a fuss, but...
He's my cousin.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, so that's why he doesn't like me.
I told
I'll
him
go
about
out.
the Professor Valignant story. He did not approve.
I'll clear anything up that I can.
Well, I don't think he really likes me either. So
It's fine.
sorry.
He doesn't like many people, in my
Okay.
estimation. Even his friend, work colleague, sorry.
Ah, the one where that's in this. Yeah. Hopefully he comes out okay tomorrow.
I could do without him.
We'll get it figured out. I'll go out and see Nadar.
Yeah, and I would say from Char and Hadrian and both of their kind of the air about them, yeah, he's not really that nice. So, Asher may be expecting kind of a grilling conversation, but he is immediately jovial to see you come out. Asher, you have done
Nadar.
so well, and I can't even begin to express how proud of you I am right now.
I appreciate it. It's definitely been a journey.
You must understand the things that I saw from you, and I admit I was watching a bit from afar because I, in part, wanted to see what you could do. And the things that you could do were astounding. We've had soldiers in our midst for decades, held to the highest degree, they could barely hold a candle to you. In a matter of months, where you were, which I never doubted you for an instant, by the way, but, you couldn't pass the tests, you had failed in pretty much every field that we had to measure, and yet here you are. Perhaps one of the best in our ranks who is not in our ranks. It's astounding to see, and a privilege, really, to watch.
I appreciate it. I mean, saying most of my powers coming straight from Bahamut is not much of a stretch. Rather hard to explain, but I also couldn't have done it without my companions.
Well, I don't know what they did to earn such favor from you, Arkul Asher. I cannot, for the life of me, find a reason to trust them other than how they perform in your presence.
That's all you need, then.
I suppose it is.
I'm not asking you to trust them, I'm asking you to trust me.
And that's how I've been acting, I would say. I had a few questions I needed to ask both, what were their names? Cha and Hadrian?
Yeah.
The jury is still out for me on Cha. She follows absolutely nothing of the information I know about demons. But what she did to me, what I felt in that moment, it could be explained by nothing else. And I would be very careful about Hadrian. It seems as though he tried to throw you under the bus once you... They don't have buses here. It seems as though...
Under the cart, under the carriage.
They'll throw you under the cart, the horse cart.
They tried to throw you under the train. After Professor Vlignett had let you go, and where he was an accuser... Where he was a witness. Hadrian tried to shape him as your accuser.
Well, with the Char thing, she's never given me any other reason to not trust her at this moment in time. With Hadrian, yeah, he did pretty much throw me under the cart. But was necessary in order to free my companions. Rigurd, when he was with us, got a little feisty with one of the students and threw out his weapons, which we already knew was against the law in that place. That was such a terrible time. Which landed them in trouble. Professor Vlignett started walking off, and I had some other questions for him, and I was able to catch up to him, and he told the guards that my companions were the ones that were causing trouble, not me. So he at least saved me from that, and I'm eternally grateful. But
it is our way.
In terms of keeping my companions safe, Hadrian did what he had to do in order to get us released, or at least them released, so we could help, well, one, settle a bet, and two, hopefully start the, I guess you could say, revolution of Fury's Keep.
Hadrian did not mention that part. A revolution within the keep.
He likes to leave things out. He's been trying to work his way around the current leader, Amaris. He was just elected in while we were there.
Amaris?
Yes, Lord Amaris now.
He did not mention... She was the one who took power.
She is the current leader of Fury Keep. We tried confronting her to end the Eternal Winter, but she managed to escape.
I see. Arkul, I must tell you something very important. Amaris had at one point tried to snake her way into our midst. She tried to speak with Akira on several occasions. She noticed Akira had a way with getting things from people. Everyone loves to talk to her. They tell her everything, and by God, she remembers all of it. Maybe she draws that trusting nature from people, and Amaris was able to seize that almost immediately. Amaris wasn't here for more than a month or two before we found her out. She's cunning, she's quick and intelligent, but she stuck out like a sore thumb to us. But we don't have, I guess we... Dragonborn? Yeah, they have thumbs, I guess. She stuck out like a sore claw. And
That's rather concerning. Akira told me she wanted me to meet someone before we left.
certainly not Amaris. She was raked over the coals for being so trusting, let alone of a human, but someone from the keep directly.
That doesn't sound like Akira.
To be trusting? That's all she's known for. Not that, and her flower stand, of course.
Oh, I mean, to other humans, no, but... for our own folk, yes, of course.
If Amaris is no different than she was then, I'm sure she was able to coax trust before coaxing information. She's incredibly devious.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I certainly...
Well, I do know she does have a band of Sky Blades, what they're called, working for her in Fury Keep. Assuming she is one. We don't know how big their force really is, but... something did happen to her while we were in the trial. And she was basically trying to bury Hadrian into the ground. Something snapped. She collapsed, and the last words I remember her saying was, "Find them." So someone on the outside was doing something against her already. What it was, we don't know.
I'm afraid that's far beyond what I could understand as well. Politics rather elude me. That which cannot be solved by the sword cannot be solved by me, unfortunately. Well, Akira said she met someone.
Yes, I'm supposed to meet her when we return. And she's supposed to introduce me to this person.
Ooh. Natural 2 history check on his part. She mentioned someone to me as well. I'm having a devil of a time remembering. Perhaps in the morning. I'm quite we've been trailing these fucking low lives for days, and perhaps a good night's rest will do me a lot of good. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully we'll be able to figure more stuff out when we return. Hopefully the priests will be a little bit more inviting.
I'll do what I can, Asher. I'll do what I can. I don't necessarily hold a lot of weight with the high priest, let alone the little ones he has out front.
I understand, but if they just knew that my companions were helpful, and the only reason we were able to defeat our enemy, maybe they'd have some kind of change of heart. Father doesn't trust me. I need him to trust me too.
We'll see. Perhaps this hiatus, perhaps this trial, will be more than enough reason for them to see past the intricacies of the nature of your friends, and they'll see more about their utility, if nothing else.
I hope so too.
Get some sleep, Asher. You need it.
Thanks. It's good seeing you.
New day.
Been too long.
Oh shit.
I wasn't done, damn it!
You can keep going if there's anything else.
No, that's it. We
Okay.
can go to a new day now. I do spend an hour before I go to sleep
Sure.
attuning.
Sure. Yeah, and yeah. With really like how late the night went and like with some of the conversations, you guys do sort of sleep in. It's maybe closer to like 10, 11-ish before you guys are all up, and Nadar is outside, and he'll be like tending to a few things, making sure all of his gear is secured. And he'll look at there's 3 of you tonight. Number 3, which I think is it's Hadrian tonight. Morning, Hadrian. You're muted, Hadrian. I can't hear you.
Silence spells on.
Morning. I hope you slept well.
As well as I could. There's been something on my mind all night, and I can't seem to shake it.
Cool.
Or figure it out, I suppose.
What is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Make a persuasion check. No dice? Don't tell me you got no dice. Oh, don't you tell me.
I do. They were by my feet. I don't know why I put them on the ground.
Sure.
They were. 16.
16. I would rather continue to mull it over and think my own way through it, if you don't mind.
Fair. Totally fair.
And then Asher comes out. Good morning, Asher. How did you sleep?
Very well. Actually, this just came to mind. Do you have any use for a glaive?
Me? No, they're far too encumbersome.
I'll sell it then. Their leader had one. I picked it up.
Might as well burn it. Who knows how
Well,
much
in order to...
who knows how much dragon
money,
blood that has
so-
seen. Not that much money.
Enough. It'll help on my travels. I will get rid of it though.
And then Char and Mally eventually. Morning to you two.
Good morning.
Well, if we're all ready, it's a long journey back to the Vale. I'm eager to get moving.
Do you want to call in to the cavern here for a friend?
No.
Do we see him?
Surprisingly, he hasn't come out yet, but
I know you're kind of like unconcerned about him, but maybe we should just like, hey buddy, you coming out? Ow. You still in there? There.
Feel free to call if
Just-
you'd like.
Okay, she's gonna go to the front. Hey buddy, you still in there? And she's like doing the echo herself because she thinks that's like how it works.
And Charcoal and Hadrian.
Arkul.
And Hadrian.
I like it.
You guys both hear like.
Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
A demon dragon.
That would be so funny. And then what would your like earring name be? If that's Charcoal, it'd be like Arkar or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because there's the two fusions.
No,
Gogeta and
it'd be
Vegeta.
Ashar.
Lazy.
Asher, woo!
Ashar.
I like that one.
Uh,
Does anybody come out?
No, but Arkul and Hadrian, they can also both hear Mally's like a mimicking squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah. And then Mally and Charlie. I don't think he's coming out. I mean, like we echoed like at least 4 times.
That's, yeah.
Sure.
Well,
If Nadar's not concerned, then we shouldn't be either.
okay, I just, wanted him to know that we're still here waiting for him in case he needed any help he could yell for us. But Okay, well, we gave it a shot, and I think we're ready to head back then.
Nothing more important than protein and friendship.
That's... You got it right, girl.
We got plenty of friendship, but do you need some protein? Holds up some cheese.
Are you thinking cheese? Yeah.
She's like, I'm always hiding the good stuff just for us.
Also, on her way back, she's going to be looking... I don't know if you've seen this. That mice sleep in flowers. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. It's cute.
I think you sent me art, or pictures during the dawn of Char.
So she's going to be looking on the way back for like a new little flower bed for Mally.
Nice tulip.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. Yeah, you find a variety of wildflowers along the way.
Yeah, I just assume like she's just looking for them. She's just picking them. She's handing them to people,
Yeah, and while you guys are going back, Nadar does not seem fazed by the terrain or any kind of scouting at all as you guys are going through. And he's even like showing Arkul, like, this is how you read a map because you were so far behind. And he's like showing like how to identify landmarks, how to sort of triangulate where you are in proximity to certain things and so forth. And
Diana's still with us, right?
Yeah, she's fine. Her Felix and Rigurd, they're like kind of in the back, looking like they're having serious conversations of their own. And then it's not as long of a journey back to Dragon's Vale as like it was for the first time, because you guys were lost by like 3 days, I think, something like that.
Oops.
But it is about another day and a half, and that would put us at the 29th at night. And Nadara's kind of stretching. Oh, it is so good to be home. And you guys are walking through the streets, and you can see a lot of people seem to be kind of murmuring to one another. Anyway, where would you like to go first, Arkul, or Ash, or do you need me anymore?
I think we'll be fine. We're gonna head home first. I need to drop some stuff off at my father's.
Sure. And he puts his arm out for a good hearty dragon clasp. You did very well. You should be proud. Your father will be proud. And I'll do what I can to throw my weight behind you and your friends.
See if you can send a message tomorrow. We'll still be at my father's.
Of course. Rest easy, Asher. Walks away.
Same to you.
Arkul, make a perception check.
Ooh. Let's do my cool dragon dice. Perception 14.
Not immediately necessarily, but while you're on the way back to your father's, a lot of people they seem to have some degree of worry on their face. Nobody's outright panicking, but a lot of them seem to have worry, and if they notice you back, that's a fucking natural one.
Woo!
God damn it. Like, literally, dude.
They don't notice shit.
I can't get away. Ask Rachel about our 3-5 game.
I was about to say, it's a lot of ones over there. You did get a couple 20s last time, though.
Yeah.
They're balancing out.
This is the story we're dealt. Cool. You return back to your father's. And you actually see Nadar again. And you see your father is, like, wide-eyed staring at Nadar. And he sees you coming in through the door and kind of gestures you in. And you would not believe the amount of fire that protruded from this dragonborn's gullet. And Drellsan kind of, like, looks to the side. And Nadar and Drellsan kind of have the same voice, because I don't really have all that many, but Drellsan... Is it true?
I take my sister's skull out and I place it on the table.
And the whole room immediately quiet.
Yes, it's true.
You can see he kind of, and then Drelsan is even larger than Nadar. He is a hulking Goliath, and this skull even further dwarfed by the size of his hand. Asher, is this my Corin?
Yes.
He kind of holds it to his chest. I wasn't strong enough. And I'm sorry. I will tend to her remains in the morning. I wasn't strong enough. And he looks right at you, Arkul. But you are my son. The strongest that we've ever seen, perhaps. It's time for you to take this. Where is it? And he goes and he reaches out. He has this long black case. And I went back and forth on how I want this to look. I'm going to let you choose.
Oh, jeez.
So there's no right or wrong answer. We're short on time. I will send you the images after the stream. But either or, there is this long, thick blade of this kind of bright orangish metal that has two little notches around the back, and there is this smoke or a mist of some kind that seems to be like leaking out of them eternally. It has this long wood curved grip at the end. Or he opens the case, and there is this like open dragon's mouth on this heavy metallic looking grip, and when Asher grabs it, these two, it's hard to describe what they are, almost like prongs, but to the length of a longsword. They twist around one another, and like as Arkul would like grip it, like the flames would erupt over them.
Ooh.
Wrong answer. This is the Dragon Star, handed down for generations, and now it is yours, Asher. None more fit to hold it. And I will send you ancestral weapon stuff after the stream.
Char's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna like grab Arkul's arm, like, oh my god, look how cool that is! You know, like, wow, we're so excited for you, you know?
Yeah, Malia's like, it's melting my cheese!
Right, so they're like, wow! You know, like hyping him up, like, oh my god, that's the coolest sword we've seen!
And Ash, I don't know if it's good news, but I do have news for you. I spent most of your time gone, working as many favors as I could, calling in a lot of favors from a lot of people. The High Lord of Justice is willing to see you. He's willing to hear your side against your friends. Nadar kind of chimes in that he'll also throw his weight in behind you and your team. Thank you, Nadar. Thank you. And I can't tell you that it's a guarantee, but I can tell you it's a chance, and these chances don't come often. So, do what you can. Know that even if you are not permitted to stay, I am still your father. You are still my son, I will never not be proud of you, and he's gesturing to your sister's skull. I will never not be proud of what you've done here today and in your life. What you've done with your life is nothing short of a miracle. And you need to know that wherever it is you go.
I'm speechless. This is a lot, and I appreciate it so much.
Nadar, have you anything to say to him? Well, nothing that I haven't already said.
I will say, Father, thank you for trusting me.
And you see Nadar looking around. Did Oatley beat me back here? Did Oatley ever come back? And Drelsan, the snake fiend? No. Why? Arkul, did you say Akira met someone?
Yes, but she didn't say who. We'll have to go see her tomorrow.
Son of a bitch, it was Oatley. He's the one.
What are you talking about?
He came back after... Has anyone seen Akira?
What you talk about, Willis?
We need to go. We need to go see Akira right now. And Drelsan is, well, the High Lord of Justice is not known for his patience. Could we perhaps search for Akira? I'm sure she's fine. I mean, I suppose I haven't seen as many people with her flowers today as usual, but that's...
If you've got a bad feeling about her, I feel like we should go to her first.
And Drelsan looks at you, Arkul. Well, what say you, Asher? Nadar, rather, would be the panic-stricken one. What say you, Nadar? Should you go see the High Priest of the High Lord of Justice, or should we look for Akira?
Well, I'm surprised the High Lord of Justice wants to see us at this hour.
It's your call.
Let's see if we can find Akira.
I think that's the thing to do, because a girl in need is, our specialty, I think.
The High Lord of Justice will understand.
And Drelsan kind of steps in.
I've had a bad feeling about Oatley the entire time.
Yeah, and especially because we couldn't find him, and he didn't respond to our calls. I thought we did a good job of that, so maybe he just wasn't even in there.
Yeah, and he burned the battle plans in front of us.
That's fair. That was kind of weird, wasn't it, huh? She's gonna look at Mally like, that was kind of weird, huh?
And Drelsan kind of steps in. Asher, think about what you're doing. You're giving up this moment with the High Lord of Justice for everything that you wanted. Are you sure?
We'll see if we can see him after. This is important. If something's going on inside Dragon's Veil, and no one else knows, we need to put a stop to it now.
I will try and deter anyone from alerting him of your arrival. Do what you can, son.
Thank you, Father.
And he steps out and kind of fades off into the night, and Nadar looks up at you. That was the name I was trying to think of last night. It was... When you mentioned that Akira had met someone, it didn't occur to me that she meets a lot of people, but Oatley is the only new person here, and he's technically of the scaled kind, and this could be bad. And the only thing that's worse is that we're gonna have to stop the session here.
No! I was like, where do we find her? Where do we start looking?
Yeah.
That's appropriate. Thank you. Yes.
It's the only thing that's worse. Yes. So I wanted to just break one because that is a fantastic spot to stop.
No, it's not. It's such a cliffhanger.
That's why
What
it's
am
fantastic.
I gonna do?
Now we're done indefinitely, which means
Yes.
Who knows if we'll actually come back to this?
We are, bitch.
We better. We better.
Yes, I announced this on the other team's stream and wanted to do it here as well, just in case for future Joe, for whatever reason. If I'm watching one group at a time, or whatever, it's obvious why there's probably going to be a pretty big change between this episode and the next, I would assume. The stream is going to be taking a break. D&D is going to be taking a break. A lot of things in my own life are culminating to be too much to do alongside of D&D, and these things in question are mostly my family and my house, so obviously D&D has got to be the one to get cut there.
Man, that bitch real estate agent.
I would never say that. No, it's...
I'm allowed.
It's all her fault.
No. We're taking a break for reasons that I think are the best reasons possible to have instigated that break. These is like all of the craziness in my own life that is generating. I don't know. That is the root cause of this pause. They're all very good things. I have to choose. I have to choose what's right, obviously, and that's.
Let's be honest. You rolled for it.
I rolled for.
You rolled the choice.
I guess. What do you mean? Oh, do I do this? Roll. Fuck! Like that. It's true. No, it took a lot of thinking, a lot of I don't want to say meditation.
Soul searching.
Yeah.
Star seeking.
Yeah, I mean they're all synonyms, and it is what it is. We will be back. I need these people in my life, especially on a weekly basis. So we will be back, and it'll be a while before I get to say this again. So to you guys, and even though Christian and John are not here tonight, it's really something that we get this time together every week. For you guys it's every other week, but for me it's every week, and it's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful that we have this, that we all get to do this, and you guys could perfectly well be spending this kind of time doing, literally anything else, but you're here, you're choosing to be here with me, with us, as a team, as a unit, doing whatever it is that D&D pulls from all of us, and I really, really do appreciate it, this time, everything that we're doing. You guys are, I've said it so many times, a DM's dream team. You are all my best friends, and this is a terrible time for Rachel to be talking to her parents, but it's been a great time. And I really appreciate you guys doing this, and we'll see you in the next one, I suppose.
No, there's no I suppose, it's a yes.
Yeah.
We're ending forever.
No, quit fucking God, Ryan. Shit.
I do have a question. It is not how much XP do we level up. My question is,
Thank you.
Can I buy items though? Do you want me to send you a message?
We'll see when the next episode comes back, because right where you are, it's like, oh my god, we have to go find Akira, but wait, I need to go shopping first. Well,
I'm gonna forget these items. Can I just send you a message so I remember these items?
Put it in the Discord chat, because if it's between the chat history of you and me, it'll get way lost.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, whereas in the Discord, it'll probably freeze for the time being.
Let me see those sword picks.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'll go get those. Goodbye to the stream. We'll see you soon.